Man versus dog. The classic battle.
The classic battle. Thank you for bringing us in, Seawolf.
Alright, time to find some goodies. What do we got? Fairy flute. Ooh, key fund. That's one key and 2 keys? Hey, grind possible.
Yeah, here we go. Usually in this situation, you'll see runners maybe save their key. Beta's just gonna head straight outside.
Beta's fighting. Beta's the blue punch things. Starman's gonna also go outside. Alright, just gonna have at it.
Nothing wrong with that. Just get out into the field. Red
That's a
slimes
problem.
with weak breath. That's maybe a little bit of a problem.
Betastrep with the uncouth behavior of critting a blue slime. I was going to ponder saying if we went to the treasury, even a grind of torches or fairy waters or something of that nature would be very beneficial for the early race, just to have weapons to throw at the enemies.
Yeah, absolutely. Those combat items can almost be better than gold, especially if there's not a town nearby.
Level... Ooh. Let's see, we got level 2 for... Radiant Stop Spell Return. Level 2 is decent stats and toolbox of spells. Smash got key flute.
Yep, there we go. Both racers at level 2. The enemies here in this opening zone on 14 attack power seem fine. Bunch of slimes, looks like mostly. I think I've seen a scorpion as well.
Yeah, real soft stuff. No Maggie Drake keys. One scorpion thing we've seen. But Starman gonna branch out a little further. There we go. At the 14 strength, you're mostly 1-2 shine things. Red slimes are dangerous. They hit you with the breath, but they're not going to be a chance to with one punch with the current stats. Starman took a little more beating the fire breath before, and the ghost does finish him off. But right back outside, I imagine. Brian also mentioned that you could just gain 2 or 3 levels real fast and see if you get goods. If you get hurt more, forget it. If not, if it's going to be a slog, maybe just reset and try luck in the treasury.
Yeah, that's the thing. You could reset anytime you want and get that key back. Level 3, not great. I think that was 0230.
Yeah, it looks about right. If you're in a pinch, you can just catch Radiant at the front of enemy's face, like, look at that, and then run away. But, yeah, in terms of doing combat, not very handy. The stop spell can make something that would be otherwise untenable, possibly livable. So stop spell can have some benefit here.
Yeah, for sure. If you run into one of those early game enemies that you want to fight that casts a lot, then stop spell can definitely help with that.
Betastrep finds.
Looks
no,
like
not Tablet Cave.
Yeah. Immediate encounter, so that's mountain.
Right, Mountain Cave going around the bend, trying to get that first chest. There's a hero walk going on with Tav. Who's a good hero?
Yes, he is.
Hey, fairy water.
Hey, that's actually all right. You like to see that there. He's still only a 14 attack power on level 3. Unfortunately, this Wraith is going to send him back. But he might, if he finds a scorpion, I mean, that fairy water might just get him to level 4. So, not a bad get for Mountain Cave as Starman hits level 3.
The dog fetches the bone. In this game, the bone fetches the dog. Starman grinding outside again. Also at red health again. We're seeing the border of the map not looking that great, so taking damage again. So I think Starman keeps running afoul of those fire breaths. Sorry, I talk really fast.
And there we go. Betastrep did get a scorpion, did take it out with 1 fairy water. He's going to jump up to level 4.
8 power, good find. And plain old hurt. Which is actually not that bad of a choice.
Yeah, no, I mean, that's great right now. I can use that hurt immediately against these scorpions. And if the plan is get enough money to buy more keys, then this is going to accelerate that process. They won't be taking as many deaths as of level 4 because they're going to be able to one-shot hurt a lot of stuff. Curiously, this is not Zone 0. I assumed it was, but there's a skeleton there just one column to the right of Tanagel.
Yeah, right by Tangel is the right skeleton, scorpions. If you're left, actually it was Starman went northwest or northeast, just like a few tiles and ran into a warlock. Oh, skeletons have big breath.
Big breath and stop spell. So Beta started off trying to hurt that skeleton, got his spell blocked, and then tried to chip it and immediately got breathed. So nothing doing there.
So this seed is definitely Bones' revenge. They've had enough of the dogs fetching, digging.
Yeah,
Enough's enough. Alright, so definitely west of the castle is Zone 0, and just to the east, literally, is purely, well,
ooh.
Yeah, skeletons I haven't. No, scorpion's gonna
No.
kill. Skeleton wants no part of this nonsense.
That was a back attack into a landed stop spell into an immediate breath. So those percentage chances on the stop spell and breath seem like they're pretty high based on the limited sample we've seen so far.
Well, stop spell against you is always 50-50. That's not a
right, yes,
set level.
Yeah. That's a coin flip whether it lands or not, but they've at least casted it every time that it's been available to them and when we've seen them in combat.
Matthew, no, there's no restrictions. You can get really lucky. You can open up the treasury, get 2 keys and the sword, and go into the treasury downstairs and get the armor. It's very possible. Not too common, but I think it happened once humans during an all repel race, and race had to decide: do I want the armor, or do I want to? The armor's in the throne room. You have to decide: do you want Urge's armor during the seed and never fight anything below like defense power of 40, or never have the armor and be able to fight low enemies?
We saw some armored knights there. Beta took a quick trip into Mountain Cave and got an armored knight, which cast Hurt More first turn, sent him back.
That's why you have stop spell. I mean, at level 4. That's why you have stop spell.
Yes.
Hey, Sparker Bridge, right by the castle. Alrighty. Starman doing a nice little walk, getting a little north of the castle. Yep, never mind.
Yep. Beta hits level 5. No strength, 1 speed, 17 hit points. 3 magic points.
Alright, so getting chunky HP here. It takes the most hits. The fire breath ain't gonna work. The skeletons still kill you in one go. But even the axe knights down below, if you stop spell and they whack you once, you have a chance to at least try and get away. It's not good with the agility, but it's there.
It is there. Looks like still content to level here. Beta's going after warlocks mostly, I think, partly because he's got the gold there, a higher gold payout.
Warlocks are good. They seem to be vanilla.
Yeah. It's taking a look around now, though.
Let's see how far he can go. Starman went north farther and started finding red dragons.
Right.
So there's definitely a threshold where it gets really unsafe. Right about now.
Yeah, in vanilla, it's danger increases when you cross bridges, right? So that's about what happened to Starman on that last trip. He crossed that bridge and then first encountered Red Dragon.
Yeah, that's the information the Breckenary old man tells you, that bridges are dangerous. It's like, yes, they are. There's water and trolls and goats. They eat your boots. But in all reality, the zones are squares. They do coincide very well with the bridges, but there are a few spots on continents where you can cross through a threshold and suddenly realize, oh, problems. Hey, Armor Knight also has Hurt More. And Beta can buy a key right now if he so desires. Yep, we're gonna save. We're gonna buy a key and try and make it work. Alright, raise treasury. What do we got? Pair of wings. Gold. More gold. And the armor.
And the armor. Oh no.
So we're gonna go buy the key. So you buy the key up top there, with the extra key there. Go back to the treasury, get the armor with our extra key here. Get the gold, go back, buy more keys, get a full key ring, then go downstairs.
Seems like a plan. Let's do it.
And Starman getting to the bottom of the mountain cave here. So we're going downstairs, see if we can survive these few chests.
Interestingly, Beta detoured completely and went to the basement first. He might have been checking to see if there was possibly and a gold grind available if that's grave, for instance.
Right. Not sure what that was about.
I'm not sure either. Admittedly, Starman is hit level 5 in bottom floor of Mountain Cave.
Lots of hit points. And, yeah, just walking out with the armor. So, yeah, they just holding on to that key.
Yep. I'm not sure about that. Starman has found a dragon scale there, second of the top 2 chests in bottom floor of Mountain Cave. I didn't see anything much else of consequence, possibly an herb, but there's armored knights on both floors. Ugh.
Alright, so caves are very dangerous. Caves have armor knights all over the place. And, Beta might be thinking the price is the Cantlin price. Might think you need 103 gold pieces to buy that key. Maybe. Or...
Maybe. I hesitate to speculate at all at this point. Because it's, 83 had exactly what he needed to buy a key, I think. 5134 on that level 6. And...
Radiant and outside?
Just outside. I think Radiant's been around for a bit.
Okay. Yeah, this is level 5. But, so we have all our toolbox spells, basically. We're just missing sleep. Repel for the overworld and sleep for the monsters. Our healing and our explosions still in the ether somewhere.
So interestingly, Starman took that death out of Mountain Cave, was not able to get the last chest on the bottom floor, but because they took that death in Mountain Cave and had cleared some chests, they have this gold grind available to them, and they have picked up their armor.
Charged armor. Fantastic defense boost. Protection from stat spell. Reducing hurt damage, reducing breath damage, ignoring barriers and swamps. And so blue and shiny.
I think the blue and shiny part is often overlooked. That's a handsome suit of armor, would you say?
I mean, it's very stylish. It's got the nice gold trim, the red shoulder flares, what's the proper word for those, pauldrons.
Yes, good word, pauldrons.
Anyhow, betastrep is foregoing fancy armor and fighting slimes and scorpions in the mountains. Starman get a lot of gold. I guess we're gonna grind to probably the good number. Just get go enough for a silver shield, enough for a flame sword, and hopefully you find a town. I'm just not sure where to go. I'm not sure if it's early to grind. If you find it, fantastic. I just don't know where it's at, and there's a lot of death out there. A lot of ambushes, a lot of flame breath, a lot of hurt more. You're not that strong.
Yeah, a lot of bad enemies out there. I mean, the armor at least is going to blunt the breath and hurt more going on that we've seen so far. But it will blunt the swamp too. Starman could go west across that swamp, see if there's something that direction.
Definitely. And also, the grind here it's still in play. It doesn't go away if you do it once. If things are really bad, I wouldn't want to do it twice in a race. I'd feel really terrible and question my luck. But you can do it. El Marudo, the range rate is down, unfortunately. So we are flying without robot assistance. R2 got shot in the back about 10 minutes ago. Alright, Starman getting keys. Betastrep getting keys. Betastrep now has the armor. Still ahead Betastrep, still has a level experience point lead, and now has keys and armor, so for all the shenanigans, still ahead a bit. And right back to that spot. Once more warlocks, once more skeletons, once more scorpions.
Yeah, this is fine. There's not much outside of this that they can fight right now. Even with the armor, agility is still pretty low. Defensive 38 isn't phenomenal. You can kill some things with hurt, but you're still expending resources, and they don't have a ton of MP either.
Yeah. You see the armor effective already. The warlock ambushes and taps on the shoulder and says, "Hey, what's up?" And doesn't do any damage.
Yeah.
Just, "Hey, mister." Now see, Starman can venture west and find a town. Matthew, I'm afraid so. Starman's stream has been coming in and out of it. It's just the nature of the internet there.
Yep, interneting. Oh,
Oh, not one, but 2 towns.
not one, but two. No.
But 3.
But wait, there's more.
And Garanham, so Town Palooza. Imagine would be great about 5 minutes ago, but not right now.
Not right now. Unfortunately, a shop with a bunch of expensive armor, but 2 more potential chances plus
Hawksness.
Hawksness. And one of these towns is Cantlin, then you got 3 more shops, but otherwise just 1.
And Cole. All right, so
All right.
dinner and a movie. Death Necklace. All right, so that's endgame shenanigans, perhaps. Lose quarter health to gain 10 attack power and become cursed. A small shield.
A small shield. That's the best out of these 2 shops.
Just in disdain, just sees it and just walks away. Wants no part of it. These are all armor shops.
All armor all the time.
And hoping not to run into something nasty like that. Oh my god, it gets away. It's back for more. Here's what you're worried about. So all that walking for nothing, and we know that the broadsword is the best purchase.
Yep. He is going to take the reset here. Don't think he picked up any experience, so that's fine.
Yeah, it's tricky. No experience gained. Nothing really found. Garanham has 3 chests in the back. You can go back to Garanham and
yeah,
try and find need the Urge's sword
yeah.
and make all grinding here worthless. Just
Right.
Like, oh, I grind gold.
Wouldn't that be when that figure, Erdrick's sword, sitting in the back of Garanham and grinded a bunch of gold and come away with virtually nothing, except a lot of gold.
I mean, there's a certain universe where you can take that money and guild toss it, but that's not here.
Yeah, not here. Boy, that'd be good. Just a real quick side note, I happened to see betastrep a few minutes ago encounter an armored knight, one of those hurt more happy armored knights. He tried the stop spell on it, presumably with the notion of giving himself more chances to run away, but it did not land. So we have 1 data point so far that says armored knights have at least a little stop spell resist.
Yeah, there's a cap to it now. They've definitely lowered the potential of that after a certain race a few years back. Maybe it was last year. But yeah, so stop spell now has a if you're packing magic, stop spell is a little more reliable. Not a total crapshoot anymore.
1, 2, 16, and 3 on level 7 for beta, as well as the spell of heal spells, I should say, of heal and sleep.
Sleep's very handy. Heal it can be useful in combat, not so much because if you're being hit for things you have to heal for, probably not going to outpace the damage. And in the overworld, you can walk around and gain healing. If you escape a fight barely, you can heal up once or twice and then walk the rest of the way to safety. And the fairy flute we found is coming in handy as this golem's going to zonk out and we're going to walk away. Do not check Garanham. Starman has keys, but it's not checked Garanham. A lot of doors in the siege are just begging to be opened and just be left alone for a little too long.
Yeah, Tilo, to answer your question in chat, I think the story is so far, I don't know what's going on. We had a 2-key start. Nobody checked the treasury until about the 9-minute mark. We have the armor happened to be in there. Is this Garanham for beta? Did he just come at this from the other direction?
This is, I think, a different look, because the swamp at the top is a different shape. This is a different town.
Really?
That's Cole. Okay.
Okay.
Did you cut it from the right side?
Yeah,
actually, it's far enough away.
He was too far north to see the 2 towns and came at it from the north. I thought maybe that was what happened.
And Starman again gets the Death Necklace and Cole, and gets killed by an armor knight again outside of town. I don't think both of the players had lunch at the sushi place, had some fugu. Maybe they didn't cut it right, and they're both walking a little strange. Yes, so Betastrep finds 3 towns. Once you see Cole, once you get onto Cole proper, you can see on the right side 2 other towns waiting for you. Starman, buy more keys. The Starman didn't have any keys? Did Starman only buy 1 key before and just let it ride?
I'm not sure. That's a good question.
With the unfortunately the stuttering, I can't tell if there's. Yeah, it's weird. It's
Beta likewise disappointed by the armor-only shops of Alefgard. Picks up a small shield, however.
Yeah, so the racers know that gold grinds the table, know the cave is right by the castle, but now know that you have the best armor in the game, and this entire continent apparently is known for their armor prowess.
Just highly competitive blacksmiths. And here Beta stands outside the double towns and just stares at the wonder before him.
Dog walks in, marks territory, walks out.
Yeah, he was taking notes, I'm sure.
Yep. It's Beta, a mapper, known for making maps while the game goes on. I'm not, which leads to some hilarity, but it goes both ways. Sometimes you get lucky, and sometimes it just doesn't matter. But mapping, especially crazy maps, especially windy, twisty maps, can be really helpful.
And we have one of the most tremendous events you can possibly hope to witness in a Dragon Warrior randomizer race. Betastrep has purchased a bamboo pole.
Excellent.
Everyone, please raise your hands in the air. Wave them around as if there were no repercussions.
The pole is very important for the natural ecology of things. When a red dragon kills you, we can take the pole and clean its teeth. Alright, 3 chests in Garen hand. More gold. Empty. And a torch.
Wow, that was not much.
These chests suck.
Yeah.
These towns have already
Yeah,
shops.
all right.
These chests aren't paying out.
All right, you're telling it
And-
like it is. I see it.
And Beta didn't look at the back cave, so what now?
Well,
So bewildered. He's like, what this torch just walks out of town.
I'm not sure what happened there. I'm really not. Oh, you know what? He can buy a broadsword really fast.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
Get more gold. Okay, so
Yeah.
sensible play.
Sensible play.
My headcanon of Beta just staring at a torch and walking out of town absentmindedly has been vanquished. Starman now getting just constantly murdered by these armor knights and axe knights outside of town. Cannot get back to Garenham.
I have to say, that's a bit. I have to say, it's a bit disappointing. He didn't use that bamboo pole at all, and he still only got half his gold back for it. I think that's a little bit of a ripoff.
I mean, you walked off the lot. Once you walk the lot, value goes down by half.
Oh yeah, that's true.
All right, Garen's grave and Garenham. Surprise, surprise. 3 more chests coming up. All right, free key. Fighter's ring. Silver harp. Garen has the bling.
There we go. So fighter's ring double checks to make sure he's wearing the has donned the scale of the dragon. Fighter's ring's worth 2 attack power, dragon scale worth 2 defense power, and those bonuses persist even if you get rid of those items. And we've already seen the harp trade-in. It's in the basement of Tantagel. Beta, probably assuming he doesn't need to come back this direction because the peninsula he's explored it's basically a dead end beyond the towns. So with that in mind, just going to dive grave right now.
All right, and respectable loadout here. Broadsword, not bad for middle of a combat. Or just armor, best in the game, and small shield being a small shield. So can't complain too much.
Angel, if you ever see me play a race and I don't double check both the fighter's ring and the dragon scale, it's an imposter. Just send help.
All right, Starman staggers back to town. Finally gets back to Garenham. Not being thwarted by the people. All right, we'll not be happy with the first 3 chests, but if he gets downstairs and gets those first 3, we'll be rewarded. I feel like chat is doing their best, trying to do their best betastrep to betastrep. Let's do those things in the race.
Imagine being Betastrep.
We're trying. Alright, so Droll Magi down here. This is the weird paradox here where the sword is strong enough, it's a better weapon. The Droll Magi just have that enough agility and enough defense power to still make it worth your time to cast Hurt.
Yeah, he's only 50 attack power, so he's only doing 6 to 12 against the Droll Magi, and they're kind of beefy in terms of hit points.
Oh no, and they got sleep too.
Oh, don't like that. Does have stop spell if he wants to go to it.
Yeah, it's a hurt and sleep. The Dread Tickler just knocks you down and hits you for 2 damage with hurt.
Starman has cleared top 3. Looks like they are also going to descend the lower reaches. And that was a remarkable Droll Magi fight. Oh, but
this was a... Oh no, worse.
On the other hand...
Gets away though, with 20 agility.
Gets away with 20 agility. I need to look that one up real quick on my table.
Yeah, Starman's... that's not an internet glitch. That's Starman actually running away from Red Dragon. But no, Armor Knight's there too.
Yes, well, we knew about the Armor Knights already because of those. They're on both floors of Mountain Cave, so they're going to be all throughout this mess. By the way...
yeah, Brian. Yeah, no, for Red Dragon.
11.3% chance to run away from a Red Dragon at 20 agility.
Ooh, that's like beyond Mets.
I think that was the first time we'd seen Stop Spell from the Armored Knight itself.
Yes, the Armor Knight can be a softer play, but it doesn't seem to be relying on that. It has Hurt More and it has Stop Spell. So...
Yeah, it was throwing those Hurt Mores a lot early, so you see there on screen 75% Hurt More, 25% Stop Spell, and then a 9 out of 16 Stop Resist, so you're going to miss that more than half the time. Not very squishy.
Yeah, actually, relatively dangerous. Even the Hurt More is blunted by the Urge's armor. They're still very powerful, so it's actually a very strong enemy endgame, and the Stop Spell, we know at least, is not worth the... No, that's the maximum possible distance after the tweaking. So it's still a very dangerous enemy.
Exactly. Beta, meanwhile, has not seen bottom floor of Mountain Cave yet. He's been thwarted on his attempts to get there, so he's going to make an attempt now, and if he gets this Wraith, he's going to get level 8 besides.
Again, still seeing the Sword Swings just not being hurt more. Hurt is doing more damage than the Sword Swing still.
Yeah, he's right on that line with Wraiths at 50 attack power, so Hurt's probably a good choice. But now 14 attack power, 3 speed, 1 hit point, 7 magic points, and heal more. So now he will be able to swing more often against some of those mid-game enemies.
There we go. Alright, Starman heading back to the west. We're going to go to Mountain Cave, or we're going to get to back to the grave? We'll find out. Should find more keys. The scale again, of course.
Guaranteed to be there because he's already purchased one.
I think it's scary. The heal more now, you can actually, run twice, get whacked, and recover yourself a bit and try it again. So you have a few options to actually try and get away now, especially now at the 70 HP.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, precisely. The bigger HP pool means you can take a couple swings and then continue. Bear's pointing out the agility is still quite poor as of level 8, only 25.
On chest is yet more gold. The armor is very heavy. It's not a prop.
Erdrick's armoire.
That's a Ape Theater joke. We're going way back for that one. The arm wall of invulnerability. Ooh, almost Sparkle Bridge. Oh no, it wants to save the time, does not use a flute and tries to run. It just gets dunked by the golem. But again,
yes, not that he'd seen the end of the peninsula, so I guess there are worse things. Got his resources back. Might have even been quasi-intentional.
Yeah, going home by golem can service. Alright, Starman heading... Looks like we're on east and north now, so Starman's going to check over there. Beta might try again for Garanham, we'll see. Hey, it's a blue dragon. That's what hurts, is a blue dragon.
Beta's hoping for 75% stop spell, I think. So,
I mean, this
Oh,
swing. Oh no, it's got hurt
Hurt
more
more
too.
too. Okay, he might stop spell this and legit try to cast like 16 hertz, because
I mean,
the thing
he can
is,
swing for like 10 damage.
yeah, he can do okay damage here. The hertz aren't guaranteed to land, of course, which is the problem with those.
Yeah, I don't know. Unless both races have plotted in the background to be Mimi this race and just do things wacky. But this race does have actual like implications. Like 3 and 2 gets you in smoothly, and 2 and 3 you gotta play the play-in.
Yeah, I think Beta's having a go at us from a distance here.
This kind of reminds me of the
Well, there we
Soul
go.
Magi fight. There we go.
Blue Dragon down.
It's back for more.
It's immediately returns. The funny thing is, these two fights combined would give him 360, and that would give him the next level if he manages to take the next one out.
Yeah, we're laughed at and call that silly, but it's...
Yeah, no, it's. I mean, this based on the enemies we've seen in the overworld so far, like it's a bunch of, minor stuff, and then I don't know, armored knights and red dragons and everything else. So this is one of the more fightable enemies he's seen so far that's high value.
Yeah, only right now too. Level 70, the hit points, the armor, and the heal worm have all kind of converged to make this a possibility. It's a very unique setup here that's making this possible.
Yeah, and I think one of the marks of someone who's really good at this game is finding those spots that are kind of the soft underbelly where you can punch up against some of these enemies, and this is a good example of that. I mean, this seemed like, kind of silly when he started this process, but he only needs 2 of them. It is a long fight, but he's going to get to level 9 in all likelihood, unless I just cursed him and the blue's going to swing a bunch now.
We'll see. I mean, it's really rough math because the math is coin flip to cast Dot Spell and coin flip to cast Hurt More, then it attacks if it has to.
Right.
Like, it's definitely magic's definitely in your favor.
Yes. And there we go, level 9.
And Hurt More.
16, 15, 7, and 7. So big
Wow.
stats there, plus the big spell.
Turn out in the heart of not 1 but 2 dragons. Gives you incredible power. First heart doesn't work. Heart number 2. Need that booster. Alright, full charge back in your hand. Still low MP, so a lot of powerful magic. You want to keep doing that stuff. Maybe go back and find more dragons if you can. Or we're just going to go to Hawk's Nest.
Yeah. So quick Hawksness check here for Beta. With the flute and sleep, he can fight a lot of stuff. A red dragon would probably be a little questionable on these resources, but also possibly doable.
Alright, we've already done goofy spell strats versus a blue dragon. Now let's do goofy flute strats against this golem.
First turn crit, and it's still going to be a 6 swing or 7 swing fight.
Yes, we quickly take off 1 finger of the golem. Goes down like 5 swings though, so... Urge's token. Thank you, Narcoleptic Golem. And is leaving. This side, blue dragon's fine, but that's just a little too much work for a golem.
Yeah, he saved a couple of swings up front in that fight with the crit for around 60.
Oh, mobile guardian golem.
It was a pincer attack. Got him on the other end of the exit from the spike tile.
Alrighty, so Bishop heading down south now. Hurt More again we're seeing at level 9. It's going to be a huge change of pace here. Most mid-game enemies up to, I believe, the Magi Weapon are free kills now. And you can kill an Axe Knight in 1 shot. You can kill a Werewolf. You can kill a Star Weapon in 1 shot. But those are a little higher rolls. But most enemies now are basically, for 5 MP, you can fight their gold pieces from the dust on the ground.
Yeah, and Beta now has already opened up, even before Hurt More showed up, around 1,000 experience point lead. So looking very good right now for him.
Starman's back at the castle, unfortunately. And pondering options. And Blue Dragons are kind of sneaky. Like, we didn't see one before. They've walked back and forth a few times, and only just now that Starman or Betastrep run those Blue Dragons that were viable. Starman must be a little to the south, I guess.
Here comes level 10 for Beta. 7 power, 1 speed, 13 hit points, 21 magic points, so a couple of big boosts to resources there.
Yeah, 21 MP and fills out the spellbook, so do some homework. We got the staff, we have Harper's already downstairs, you know that already. Got a token. All we gotta find is the jerk and the stones. So if we can bomb a grave, seems like a very viable dive right now. And besides that, we have Rimbledar's chest, and we have Freebie Cave, Rimbledar's chest.
Freebie, Rim, and Tablet, right? So the single chests are still out there. I think all 3 of them.
As well as Kentland's coordinate is a possibility. So
yes,
a few spots left. Another crit. Oh, doesn't matter.
Beta near max rolled that crit and still didn't do him any good. 54 defense right now, not very big. The Red Dragons, I think, can hit for... let me see there. Probably about 45, 46, I think.
Yeah, there's definitely one of those. Open the mouth and stab inward and hope for the best.
Yeah.
Good crit, but just Red Giants are real tough.
Yeah.
Alright, Beta now going north to try and find other locations.
Yeah, we haven't seen much of this part of the map so far. A lot of angry monsters this direction, preventing progress previously. But Betastrep headed this way now, kind of goes north and then west, and then south a little bit, finds Charlock over here and a little passage beyond it.
Alright, so again, just a matter of weird, windy, twisting paths here. So you have multiple pathways. Get on the Sparker Bridge. And Armor Knight now should be a viable kill. You just hurt more and probably hurt more twice.
Yeah, for sure. On this attack power, I would expect to see the double hurt more here. It's a very easy kill, and it's still a big chunk of the next level headed toward level 11 for Beta, which is 2175.
Charlock's backyard, not much there. Dealing the dogs out. Alright, so Charlock kind of twisted away by its own little spot there. We're gonna head north and see what else we got around here. Level 8 now for Starman. Getting to heal more, so now Starman can engage in combat and, you know, actually grind out a fight with heal more.
Yeah, just more options available also with the strength boost on level 8 for Starman.
Alright, Betastrep, no, following the coastline and making the map, trying to find where things wind out to, and no payoff yet.
Yeah, we had those 3 towns clustered fairly tightly together. Mountain Cave wasn't far away either. Grave in the back of Garenham, so it looks like everything else is scattered elsewhere here. Beta's going to have to double back and take the eastern branch.
The following the coastline is a very common tactic. Again, in this game, you're limited by your overworld map. There's no spell like there's in future games to zoom out or look around, so you have to make sure you cover as much land as possible. Otherwise, you can miss by just a tile or two, you miss a cave, and you'd be looking for hours. Yeah, we got Moon Race tomorrow. Another two-moon race tomorrow. Another big playoff implication race tomorrow as well. Alright, so Starman likes this spot. Starman fighting wyverns and such blow towns there.
Yeah, I hadn't seen many of those before, so this is actually a pretty decent grind, it looks like, that Starman's picked out.
Yeah, whereas Beta did it all in like 2 like ridiculously dragged out fights against blue dragons.
Right.
Starman's trying to pick down weapons and eat more chicken. I should go there. I actually hate Chick-fil-A. It's not very good. On top of all the other nonsense.
That's right, and Beta had seen a Druid Lord down here previously too, so with that in the zone as well, this is definitely an excellent spot for Starman to take some fights right now. Try to get to level 9 as quickly as possible.
Also right there, the town, so once you even think about getting low, if you're running out of resources, you can run north and recharge fast. Bishop finds a cave.
Yep, 3 possibilities left. Could be Tablet, could be the Rainbow Drop Cave. Looks like it's Tablet.
Tablet Cave. The safest cave, the scariest cave. No monsters. So if you get lost in the dark, you're kind of just bonking around until you find a staircase or the reset button.
Oh, Starman taking on a blue dragon now too has stopped its spells.
Urgic's Cursed Belt.
Oh,
That was black. I didn't realize he had a orange mug.
Beta had a long think about that red dragon he encountered right outside of Tablet, but first turn run means he gets to see Cantlin.
It's a good thing to find, because we're still trying to find items and overall spot. Hey, Silver Shield's here. Alright, so I imagine we're going to recharge, talk to the old man down south, and find our coordinates, if they exist. They might not exist.
They might not exist. We've only seen the one cursed belt so far that Beta just pulled out of Tablet, I believe.
We've already seen 2 items in the ground. We've seen the coal spot with the dead necklace, and we've seen a token in Hawk's Nest.
Right. We do have a search. It is 6 north, 18 west.
Alright.
Seems countable.
Looks like we're staying single.
Yes. Princess Rescue in Doubt. Plus, we haven't seen Swamp Cave yet. Not that that matters, of course.
That'd be a cool setting. Choose your blank in distress. It'd be like Spunky has that. Choose your. Let's see, the fella, the lady, the dog. I would save Todd from the cave. It's the Molder, which means that one chest. That was the greatest end ever. I will leave you a tip.
And finds
large shield.
And the large shield in the shop too. So equipment done for the seed, I suspect, for Beta.
Yeah, outside of a very possible gold grind to walk around the world and do it again, it'd be a little silly. And we have to imagine that these, very quick coordinates will be the last item.
Yeah, we're down to stones, right? So this will be the last one. He's getting it now because he has not, neither racer, I believe, has seen the Rainbow Drop Trade-In Cave yet, so he doesn't want to find that first. He's just going to get this so that he already has them in hand when he does find the cave.
It's been a wacky path here, but Betastrep has 45 minutes, done all the homework. Gotta find a geezer and punch a dragon. In between those 2 points, probably punch a lot more dragons as well.
It is Dragon Puncher after all. That's the name of the game, right?
Yeah, it's the hero of lore, Saitama. Starman, meanwhile, goes to Hawk's Nest and does find the token. So Starman is a little bit behind. Hasn't found as many things there. He's about 5-10 minutes behind Betastrep in terms of progress.
Yeah, the experience gap has closed a little bit, but part of that is just due to the fact that Beta was using a lot of repel going around the map, as well as, you know, just pulling stuff out of towns and doing shopping and this sort of thing. So, we're back to about 5 to 700 right there. Beta just taking out that Armored Knight.
Yeah, Beta's picking and choosing their fights now. So if you're not worth time, no. If you're worth it, you'll be hit with hurt more and hit with a sword. If not worth it, you'll be left alone. Demon Knight, weird paradox, because magic doesn't work too well in Demon Knights. I was attacking, but that's another story entirely. There you go. They're very soft, too. They have high agility. They're very weak in the HP department. Avoid magic, and are very good at dodging attacks. So they're a weird, in a game where most things either have a bunch of HP or a bunch of attack power, like, they're kind of a weird in-between thing. The Scorpion enemies are in between, where they have very high agility but low HP. They take it to the extreme, also with dodge chance, so this makes it really weird. And Starman going to take on this Red Dragon. A few rounds of combat and says that's enough of that, and runs away. Starman's having really bad luck in this cave. These caves have really rough enemies on both levels, so it's not a safe dive by any means.
No, yeah, the enemy sets in Mountain Cave and therefore also Grave have just been very bad. You've got the two worst Charlock enemies sitting on the top floor of Grave. Not easy. However, Starman is going to get level 10 here. Beta picked up level 11 as well. Got another big chunk of boosts across the board, really. Agility's starting to climb now, too. It's still not great for level 11, but okay, so Beta's found 2 caves here. Nothing in that chest.
Get more gold.
He's already got everything. But the other cave could be Swamp or could be the geyser we're looking for. It is Swamp Cave. Swamp South, though, so he's going to be able to hit that outside spell and pop through to the other side.
Ta-da! Now, the whole continent, somewhere in this continent is probably the Jerk Cave.
Seems likely. First continent... Oh, hello. Hello. I'll stop talking now.
That was almost exciting for like 2 seconds. We're like, oh, this is going to be a great explorer. And then
yeah, fine. Preamble done. Whatever, he's got the thing. Okay.
Old man goes to the Swamp Cave. He's like, you know what? I'm going to make my own little kingdom. I'm going to get town. I'm going to, I'll put a little hut on this beach right here and settle down.
Then none of these guys are going to come around. Oh, that dog? Really?
Alright, so we're leaving Margaritaville, heading back to the castle.
I'm a little surprised. I guess Beta's mostly out of resources here, but he did not check the swamp spike, and it's so far away that I don't think it's feasible to grind there, and it didn't seem to be a healing town nearby either.
We have Hawksness with
he's got Hawksness, he's got 117 attack power, and he's got healing town right outside of it, so the golem feels pretty good right about now, unless he's got something else picked out.
The golem seemed pretty safe, didn't seem like he had anything special, didn't heal, didn't... Actually, I'm lying, we just fought it once and fell asleep and never woke up, so I'm not sure what he's got. I'd say why am I here just saying words that make no sense, but I'm commentating, so it's kind of my job.
Yeah, that's what I signed up for, so I think that's fine.
Anyhow, based on Hawk's Nest, gonna beat down some big old brick men. Starman just behind, gotta do the homework. We gotta find Caitlin, basically. We gotta find Caitlin and we gotta find the jerk. Starman is fighting these red dragons in the way as well.
And I think that makes sense. He's very close to level 11. We'll get it here if he beats this red dragon.
Runs away. Best time in combat and then bails out by halfway through.
Yeah, maybe didn't feel great about the way that was trending. I didn't quite see what his swings were to that point. We had about a 600 experience point gap, but now that Beta's in a dedicated grind, we're going to start to see that widen fairly quickly. I think Starman is going to want this blue dragon, though. Yeah, gonna go to the stop spell and
Mhm.
see if we can take that out.
There it goes. Again, the golem's it's a little longer fight. You put it to sleep, you're making sure it stays down. Sometimes it gets back up and punches you real hard. So you gotta take your time with it. But it's still just the fact that it's every step, every 1-2 fighting a golem again, 1-2 fighting a golem again. That will add up over time very quickly. We bring it down. Level 11 attained. And level 12 attained. 2-1-3-5. So now things are slowing down a bit. Android, you're back. Alright, Joel 9 high. So Starman walking around, still trying to find other areas. I believe this is the down south part. If you go left, you'll find Charlock.
Yes, I think that's correct. This looks like that area.
Ta-da! Maybe I should try and sneak out one more golem with the one more heal more available. So hoping for some good sleep rolls. Alrighty. Starman finds the dead end and heads back over. Golem goes down for betastrep. What's that? Yeah, use the full repertoire. Down to 43 health and 2 MP. So back to the inn.
I think one of the underrated bits about a golem grind where you opt to just swing through is that golems are one of the only enemies in the game, besides the 2 forms of the Dragon Lord, that do not have any evasion. So if you're counting your damage as you swing and you know you're within a guaranteed range to kill it, or at least close to it, you can sometimes try to save a little bit of resources because you know that you're not going to miss.
Starman basically doing the same pathing, just following the coastline around the left side. Probably go up and around down again. If you go right, you will find, I believe, Kentlin is just 2 screens to the right or so.
Meanwhile, I believe this will be the level 13 golem for beta.
Yeah, that quick. So Starman has gained 1 level and explored about 4 screens of the map. Betastrep has gotten 2 levels out of this.
Right. 2 power, 6 speed, 11 hit points, 18 magic points. So another resource boost. Still not
HP is,
quite there yet.
yeah, not great. HP is definitely viable. Use more agility. A lot more agility, frankly. Your defense power is pretty low. DL is going to be punching you pretty hard. Only doing, it's like 10 to 5 damage per swing, so 5 to 10. So still not tickling Dragon Lord, but definitely not enough to sustain a fight that long.
Yeah, and with the 121 hit points, not quite in a viable Death Necklace range yet, particularly even if the HP ticks up a little bit and the strength ticks up a little bit, if the agility stays where it is, then even like a very thin Death Necklace fight on, say, 95 or 94 HP isn't feasible. With the defense where it is, typically, it'd be very risky at least. So, still a little ways to go yet here for beta.
Alrighty. Golem Puncher 2021. And Starman find a magic weapon, which is a pretty free. If you hurt more, it blows some dies, but it seems to be stockpile heavy as well, so it's a pretty safe combat. Level 12 attained. Level 12 is nothing special, but level 13, again, just gradually builds up.
Yeah, we're getting there. It's the progress was a little slow at the start, but the gains have been pretty good across the board, except for that agility through most of the mid game here.
I can imagine by the time it's all said and done, Beta will have probably the longer this grind has to go. Like, it's bad for Beta mentally to have to get this 14, 15, 16, 17 if you have to. But the longer Beta's dedicated grind towards it, like at a certain point, like every level is like a free dive at Charlock, a free attempt to get down there.
Yeah, if you're thinking about it in terms of, usually I tend to think of it in terms of about 5-minute chunks. A Charlock dive is typically a little bit longer than that, but it's also usually roughly the amount of time it takes to get a level on a spike. So if you think of it in that sense, it's a really good comparison to say, okay, every level that you pick up here is basically saying, if you're doing a dedicated grind while your opponent isn't, then that's basically giving you another dive if it's necessary.
The longer you have to do it, like if you end up being behind like by 3 or 4 levels, and you have to grind up all those levels. It can be 2, 3, 4 dives, like time-wise. You put you in a position where you're forced almost like, I'll buy some fairy waters and do a crazy dive and just go down there and try and sneak past some stuff and throw water at him until he quits.
Yeah, we're gonna go with just fairy water and hurt mores or whatever. Even if you feel like you're that far behind. Of course, the racers don't know exactly where they are in the race, and it's kind of interesting because of the opening of this one and the way that both racers opted to play it. Neither of them, of course, knows that nobody checked the treasury until almost the 10-minute mark, and the armor was sitting there. So you wonder a little bit what's going through both racers' minds right now in terms of, am I ahead, am I behind? I think that's will be an interesting thing to ask about if we get to talk to them afterwards.
Definitely. Starman pondering options now has found the freebie cave. I'm wondering, where are my stones at?
I like that play there, though. He was a little low on HP and is low on MP as well, so just used the encounter-free space in the Stones Cave to walk back and forth and restore some hit points. It's a nice play there.
The good news is we found where the Swamp Cave is, which leads to the Jerk Cave, but Starman does not have the traded-in harp, let alone the Stone Sunlight. We'll find the Jerk Cave possibly very quickly to get through this cave, but we'll not have the homework done.
Yeah, just some unfortunate exploration luck for Starman here. Not having those in sequence. 22 power. 2 speed, 6 hit points too. So, pretty tanky, not very fleet of foot, betastrep, but this is a range in which...
down there.
Yeah, I think you gotta go.
Who dares stand before me? Attack, attack, attack.
Exactly.
Move on.
Yeah, so on 143 attack power, and, he's... in theoretical Death Necklace range, that seems inadvisable with 69 defense. But even just on 143 attack power, you're talking, this is roughly a 10 swing fight. So if he gets down there with 56 MP, can easily take the fight. So that gives him some spare heal mores to work with. Yeah, I mean, this looks pretty good. And we haven't seen any Charlock enemies that cast, say, sleep or anything like that.
Yeah, all we're missing, we haven't seen wizards, we haven't seen one werewolf, I don't think we've seen any star weapons, and we've not seen green dragon.
No. Yeah.
But I'm not too worried about, they're all the lower tier, they're all Charlock, they're scary, but they're all the lower tier enemies.
Yeah, they're all the lower tier enemies. At 58 agility, they're still going to run block you a little bit more often, so usually, yeah, I kind of write those off as just, if they have bad abilities, it's unlikely that anything bad will happen. It's a little bit more likely in Betastrep's case here with 58 agility, so it's hard to say. It could be an easy Charlock dive. You might not see anything scary, but there's still a lot of unknowns out there. Like you pointed out, we haven't seen green dragons or just like basically half the Charlock set. We just haven't seen it all yet this seed. And he's probably going to end up hacking his way through a lot of stuff on the way down too, and only about 1,500 experience points away for the next level, so it's also feasible that he would pick up level 15 on the way down. Might offer some assistance.
And that's Maya's right. There's no possible way that someone can, at level 17 with 80 agility, run fail against a green dragon 10 times and die to a hurt more.
Right,
That's never happened to anybody.
Yes. Not in the history of the randomizer.
Not once. Yeah, I was saying, just Spaceship sees red dragon and says, nope, just starts swinging the sword.
Yep.
Ooh, Starman about to find the Earth's sword. Good news.
Yes, good find for Starman. This is very much in line with what I'd expect Beta to do. You'll see him in chat often saying in these kinds of situations, if you see anything red, swing. And so he's caught some red dragons, and that was his first thought, just plow straight through.
Alright, dragon. I'll swing my sword like this. If you get in my way, it's your fault.
And of course, Armored Knights and Red Dragons in the first zone of Charlock, because why not?
Alright, thankfully he's not. Now it's not as scary. Hurt more
Yeah.
is for less than the attack, and the stop spell is a free round for you. So they're actually now, with the full gear, tame. Up to about 2 levels ago, they're still a pain in the neck. Now they're actually kind of oh, thank goodness it's you.
Yeah, actually, it's the hurt more, like you said, is going to do less damage than the swings on average, I think. At least it's in the same neighborhood, and then the occasional stop spells will help defray some of that HP cost too, and then also, sometimes you just kill them in 2 swings on 143 attack power, so that's nice too.
But it wasn't dead.
Nope, came right back. I indicated Beta might end up getting level 15 by the conclusion of the dive, but he just about got level 15 before he left the top floor.
Yeah. So, just gonna keep punching things and get beefier and beefier as we go downstairs. Starman finds Caitlin behind the ghost of the golem. We're gonna find our easy coordinates, face palm, and head back home.
Yeah, Starman has all the information now. It's just a matter of putting stuff together. And Beta, attempting to save resources, knows he's within range to kill that red dragon and goes heads and hazards the dodge and swings through. Gets the kill and is able to heal up to mostly full.
The healer's getting dangerous now. I'd start pondering eating an herb and walking as opposed to killing after having a red dragon.
Yeah, he's used a couple of herbs on the top floor already after those Armored Knight fights just to kind of defray that, and he's been using some heal walking besides, which I think is a good idea. He does have to conserve some resources here, ostensibly. I don't know, maybe there's another 10 attack power on the next level and it doesn't matter, but...
Yep.
Or even like if you get like 20 HP, then you can just equip the Death Necklace and go 153 and say, who needs heal mores?
Yeah, chat mentioning the top zone appears to be all red monsters, so we have found the red.
Yes, thou hast found the red.
And Starman is doing the coordinates backwards.
Yes. You don't like to see that.
I think now we'll see our mistake.
8 speed, 13 hit points, 33 magic points, which Beta will not have access to on the dive.
I almost have to be just like cast outside. Like, nope, just go back.
If things get sketchy, he absolutely could, and then come back with 122 magic on 143 attack power. That's so many spare heal mores that he would be virtually guaranteed to win on the next dive. But out of Zone 1 and into Zone 2 and has seen only blue dragons so far, which are great to see with that constant stop spell casting.
Okay, so just get down to the bottom, like, get one bad fight and say, yeah, I'll be right back, just come back levitating to the castle.
Just burn Charlock straight to the ground.
It's like a 100-something MP spell to change the flag mid-race to short Charlock.
That's how that works. Okay, I see.
Alright, bottom zone, all blues apparently.
Starman has rectified their walk and has picked up the stones. Zone 2
attack
is...
power. I'd be pondering, I don't think you want to... Maybe you do want to do necklace, I'm not sure.
The diminishing returns, like, I think you could potentially save 2 heal mores from 143 to 153, but it's certainly not as big a boost as you would get if your attack power was in the 120s. I think it's a much safer fight, probably just to go ahead and take it without the Death Necklace here.
Now we take our... Still hard to get doubles with the big punches, but definitely viable.
I don't know. I mean, he might be forced to a decision here. He does swing a kind of a risky swing on the Red Dragon, I think, if I was counting damage correctly. But has to use a heal more there, so starting to get into the neighborhood where I think 56 is the least amount of HP I'd be willing, or MP that I'd be willing to take the DL fight on at this attack power. So if things get more sketchy in terms of resources, he might actually consider the Death Necklace as...
At any lower MP, I would think I would open the fight with a hurt more too, and see if I can sneak one past, and then just try and fight off the cheat ledge. But tricky stuff. Slime soda. That sounds terrible. Alright, so our spike tile is a blue dragon, so...
incredibly favorable here. Unlikely to have to expend much, if any, healing resources even after the fight.
And, no Stoneman. I don't think we've seen Stoneman anywhere, really.
No,
nor
I don't
wizards.
think so. Yeah, nor wizards.
Dragon Lord insulting a dog. The beating coming is deserved.
Yeah. Dragon Lord 1 gets deserves whatever he gets here. How dare you, sir?
Alright, let's see this now.
Opening back attack is not optimal.
That eats the heal more right there.
So, gonna have to hope for some doubles here, I think. Opening with a 17 after 2 Dragon Lord attacks. Has to think about it a moment on 52, which is totally acceptable. You kind of have to there. It is kind of an outlier to be hit in that range. Because you don't have to worry about the breath, but kind of a bad heal more.
Awful heal more.
Terrible heal more. Has to think about it and is just going to hit the heal more again. He needs doubles anyway. Man. Has done 59 damage so far and does get a double here. We're at 76 now.
It's going to be real close.
It's going to be squeaky. 13, not an optimal roll. $106. $124 for Beta's last heal more.
Yeah, no. Can't even do an emergency sleep just to try and sleep one out there.
141, so within range to do it on this swing. Depends on DL HP. He did 159, didn't get him there.
The back attack takes the race, I think. The
back attack ended the dive. And did not really have any spare resources to get through DL1 any more efficiently, but has so many spare resources now, just cast Return to get out of Tanagel.
Storms out of the castle and magic disappears like, why am I here? Just boof. Just angry dog stomping across the countryside.
Yeah, so once his herbs back, I think, is what this trip is about. Be able to restore and route essentially however he wants. Has so much spare magic now. Something on the order of... I don't even know, because I can't count by 8 that quickly.
We're at 15 heal mores right now.
Yeah, so 15, you probably only need 8, so maybe 7 spare heal mores on the way down. Considering he was within a swing of winning that fight on that dive with much fewer resources. This next one feels pretty good. But I won't go any further than that lest I jinx it.
He's walking like a like a middle of the game final boss battle against the Dragon Lord. He's gonna heal on purpose and just stick around for 4 or 5 rounds just to taunt him.
Just use the dragon scale. Say, hey, this is gonna be you in a second, buddy.
Hey, never this. But there was one race. It was like 2 years ago. I was doing with a CD, and she was going on about like, oh, the dragon scale is cute, and like every step, like got the dragon scale. Like next step was like green dragon, blue dragon, red dragon. It was just. And then finally killed the dragons, and like the golem showed up, and it's like, excuse me, did you attack my dog? Just this like ongoing, just like this train of like offending bigger and bigger enemies until finally the golem showed up and just put it to rest. Alright, now Starman is going to look for the grind spot here at the spike tile in Swamp Cave, and still has not actually cashed the rainbow drop yet.
Yeah, in the neighborhood and has virtually full resources, so this seems like a good idea, but same spike as in Hawksness, so no difference there.
Yeah, so same grind. 13, 2 levels behind. Definitely needs a 15 to make it a viable fight.
Yeah, that's kind of the thing here. We saw Beta go on 14 and almost find success.
Yeah, Beta went to 14.
Or really, Beta went to 14 on the way, I suppose.
14 on the way, grounded up, and then just took the win. And basically was any of those bad breaks, any of the bad runs, any of the free shots, any of the things there, the back attack. Like, if any of those things that ended up being a heal more paid off beforehand, that would probably have been a kill.
Yeah. And I mean, it's interesting. It'll be interesting to see the second attempt too, because we saw, I think, exclusively Red Dragons and Armored Knights in Zone 1 the first time, and it looks like the same diet for betastrep on this second attempt too. So I wonder if there's anything else up here.
You were watching the Randomizer Network's Red Zone channel.
All reds all the time.
Same thing though, yeah, all upstairs seeing dragons and armor knights, so just constantly red enemies. And not as scary as it used to be. Again, the next level just making a huge difference, hitting for tons of damage and just taking shots and walking away, healing up. So that's just free experience points at this point.
Yeah, and zones 2 and 3 we've seen, and there didn't seem to be anything really much threatening down there. So Beta seems likely to again hit the level roughly around the time. Oh man. Roughly around the time that he hits this staircase to get out of Zone 1 here. On
just slapping the dragon in the snout and just like, no, get. It's just staggering. Like, you just walk downstairs, like, oh, red dragon, just like kill it in one shot. You go to the Dragon Lord and just like yell and scream, like 14. It's like, what? Like the imbalance of stats in this game for that final boss is outrageous.
Dragon Lord 2 is very powerful. Betastrep is also very powerful. And we saw a Stone Man there, but first turn run. Which, considering this is Betastrep, that was staggering.
Yeah, but 66 agility, it's now something of a viable option. Yeah, the way things are going, Beta's gonna be at 16, so there may be a vulgar displays of power going on in about another 5 minutes.
Yes, I might have to slightly blur Betastrep's screen just to protect the innocent, depending what stats
can
I hit.
Android adjust the stream rating? I'm sure.
1421. So yeah.
All right.
We can probably skip the content filters.
Anyway, Starman is now 14. Probably going for a dive now. Might be the same plan. Gonna get my stuff, go dive, and try and get my level on the way down.
Right.
Which is the right play. Just
yeah, absolutely.
Early.
Yeah. It's interesting because of the way those levels lined up that 14 was potential go for Starman, that we are going to get, looks like, both Razors and Charlock at the same time, at least.
There we go. So, quick dive here. Starman, a little harder luck with the exploration. Took the gamble on the grind, try and find things. I found the towns first. The gamble could have paid off really good with 3 towns on one screen.
Oh, absolutely.
And there's nothing.
Yeah. No good weapons to purchase. I mean, there was the broadsword eventually, but you didn't have the gold for that immediately.
But didn't want to commit to the broadsword, so went to the towns,
Right.
those towns, and died on the way back to Garanham. So that ended up being a whole debacle, just trying to get back to Garanham.
Yeah.
You know, Beta just in sheer anger puts on the death necklace. I mean, it's not really worth it now. The returns are not worth the trouble. But
No, but at the same time, the notion of
oh no, Starman trying to run from the Red Dragon.
Yeah.
Where Beta just committed to the bit and started chewing things up.
Right.
Starman's still trying to be dodgy.
Yeah, I don't.
Oh,
think...
worse, no, it wasn't even. Oh wow, no, it wasn't even running. It was just dodges. Dragon dodging, not even.
Oh,
Starman,
I see.
you know,
Okay, yeah, I missed that.
But yeah, Starman's gonna learn that Zone 1 is all red all the time.
Betastrep cruising through zones 2 and 3, hits the spike with almost full resources. Probably going to finish off DL2 with, I'm gonna call it around 6 spare heal mores. That's what I'm gonna say 7. I'm gonna say my bid is 7 spare heal mores for Betastrep in the DL fight.
According to all the books I've read, when you kill Dragon Lord 2, you must hit his bones with 2 hurt mores to finish the job. That's what the monster mail told me. All right, we're gonna play the pyramid game for heal mores. How many heal mores we got left when we're done with this?
He's going into DL2 with 123 hit points. If there's no back attack, and there isn't, because of course when he doesn't need it, it happens. 13 and 18 to open. It's already 31 damage in the books before the first heal. And another double. 67 for Beta.
Oof. It's big hits for 20. Just ripping out chunks. Starman back on the first floor.
Ooh, 11. 11? Come on.
It's a viable option, right? So yeah, 22 to 11. Yeah, that's minimum. There dies at me where 11 is the max. So.
Yeah, fair enough. 99 damage now for Beta.
As I practically had like 170 HP and like no necklace, but I was like, yeah, I can hit for 10 and I'll never die, so who cares? Alright, Starman gets downstairs, level 2.
Uh, 141 for Betastrep now, so it looks like this might be the last heal more. 159, which is the damage he did last time, and he's been counting, so he knows that's last swing and goes for it.
There
so if you had 8 heal mores in the pool, congratulations. You, alongside Betastrep, are victorious today.
Alright. The dog has returned the king.
Who's a good boy?
Let's hear for the best boy. Betastrep. Taking the win at 118-12. Yeah, in the first dive, he fought the Wrangler and started with like 56 MP, so he barely had less than half of his resources available and almost took it away.
Yeah.
Like any of those rolls being higher, the back attack not happening.
Or I think the bad heal more, the back attack, the Dragon Lord 2's hit points being 163 as we see there on screen. Like any of those things slightly different, and the first dive is successful. But obviously that second one was just free and clear the whole way, even with the rough first zone. So job nicely done by Beta.
Oop, looks like Starman has forfeited due to encounter rate. got guests. Betastrep, the winner, in the chat.
Hey guys, how's it going?
It's going pretty good. How did you feel about that one? It was a very interesting seed. I think we have many questions.
We do.
Do we?
It's hard
Well,
to remember
maybe I
a
do.
lot of it, but mostly I felt the aggravation.
Low agility pretty much throughout. Was not great. I think the thing we're most interested to find out about was the opening. It was really interesting the way that unfolded because you started with the 2 keys and then neither of you did a treasury check or much of any other kind of check until about the 10-minute mark. So kind of talk us through what your thought process was there, if you could, just in terms of what your opening was going to be.
Looking at the stats, I figured we had a pretty easy opening grind, so I decided it probably wouldn't take all that long to get enough gold to get the second key. So I felt the grind right away was the best thing to do there.
All right, the big things are basically both of you decided not to go to the treasury first. You got back there eventually first, and then still, once you saw it first, you still chose to skip the treasury to get more keys. Starman actually did go grind initially, and it didn't pay off because there's only armor in the first 3 towns over the west there. So the gold grind didn't pay off. So long run, you still made, even with all the different choices you made, we're still about a minute ahead going out of there, a level ahead once you started getting the grind dedicated. Explored faster, did the homework faster, and basically we're about 10 minutes. At a certain point, the rest of the race, you're about 10 minutes ahead of Starman at all times.
Yeah, it was a bit of a weird seed, bit of a weird map. There's bottlenecks galore with the armored knights. Once I saw armored knights at like 3 different areas where the exploration would have continued, I was just like, well, I just have to sit and grind and try to gain hurt more to offset them, or even a stop spell landing that, since they seem to be casting hurt more quite a bit.
Yeah, you had some
hurt more. It was weird. Stop spell was the first check, was only 25%, so it was 25 stop and then 75 hurt more. So they were definitely keen on blowing you up more than they were keen on trying to stop you.
Yeah, and we saw the blue dragons too. You took a couple of blue dragons really quickly to jump up to level 9, I think it was, when you saw that they were casting a stop spell continuously. So that was a good choice too. We kind of looked at it first and went, huh, what's going on there? But then quickly realized what was happening, and that was actually a big jump in XP, given that there didn't seem to be a whole lot else around to fight that was kind of valuable at that point.
Yeah, whenever it's a bit of a struggle to gain levels in the early to mid game, I'm always on the lookout for the higher tier enemies throwing things like stop spell and like any kind of spell, really. If they're doing it a lot, if I have stop spell, I'm gonna throw it out immediately and try to chip them down if I can.
All right, I have multiple chatters asking the initial key grind you did for the money. You had enough money, and you found the treasury money in the treasury. They're wondering why you didn't buy the keys the first time and wait for 2. Hopefully, chat's trying to poke you.
Yeah, it's probably just an oversight. Whatever.
I was thinking all I could think of was that I was thinking if I had in my head, if I had was fixated on the Kentland price of keys, I'd be getting more gold, but I can't. That's all I can think of really.
I mean, it was a little bit strange in the sense that, like, even with a gold grind available, it's one of those seeds where it's just like, the gold grind was basically useless since we had Erdrick's armor in the treasury, and it's just like, we had the broadsword in Garanham, but we also had you may have noticed I immediately did a ghetto grind in there to grab the broadswords. It's like, even for that, it's like the gold grind would have been completely useless. So
Yeah,
it was just a very odd circumstance that I don't know if I've ever seen it before.
yeah, it was really strange. Starman actually did a gold grind kind of in the dark, hadn't seen the towns yet, and died in Mountain Cave, had enough money for keys, and then went into the treasury and did a gold grind blind and got over to the shops. I was the first person to those shops and just went, oh, there's all armor here and a small shield. Wow. Just couldn't get anything.
Yeah, it was the most. It was 2 towns in Hawksness and all armor. It was just like, well, you found Urza's armor in the castle. Just not much else you can do. And no weapons at all. Like the broadsword was there, but you could have gotten that again casually, just walking into town. The first time you grabbed that chest and walked out, I thought you were looking at the torch. Like, why have I had this torch? Why is this in the chest? Where's all the treasure at? And you walk back in and got the broadsword with the extra gold pickup. So I thought you were just like befuzzled by the lack of goods. But again, the quick grind for the 2 chests to get the broadsword and work from there.
So Angel has a question that I was actually going to ask. Was there anything other than red dragons and armor knights in Zone 1 of Charlock? Because it didn't seem like there was. And how do you feel about that?
I don't know if I saw anything other than those 2 enemies. I mean, I saw stonemen in the middle zone. I saw golems in the middle zone.
Blues, I think. Blue
the
dragons.
Bottom zone had blues and star wyverns, and I got ambushed like 4 times in a row on the bottom floor.
Match.
Yeah, that Charlock was fairly terrible. I mean, in a normal scenario, I think it was winnable 2 levels earlier than what I actually wanted at, but the game just force-fed me levels by just sending red enemy after red enemy at me, and I had tons of attack powers. So I'm like, I'm just going to swing at everything, because I'm not going to go with like a 30% run chance. There's just no way that's going to work.
Right. Especially as Zone 1 unfolded just the way it did, and you kept getting those enemies. I think as you were entering Charlock, I said, oh, Beta might get the next level by the time the dive ends here, and then you practically had the next level by the time you were off of Zone, or maybe you even did have the next level before you got left Zone 1.
I'm not sure you were down the throne yet. I think you were behind this open the secret door.
Yeah,
you were level 15 already.
Yeah, I think I got 1,000 experience on the top floor alone or something like that. Like, it was just ridiculous.
Yeah, it's just absurd.
Alrighty, so with that win, you do go to 3-2, which means you now have a free pass into the playoffs. No playing race for you. Starman will be available to play the playing race next Sunday. And you have the big last chance do or die race on Wednesday for the 1-win players. And then Sunday we have the big mess of everyone doing the same seed. And was it top 7 or top 6 make it to the playoffs?
Yeah, I think the way it's situated right now, I think it's 7. Top 7 will get in.
Somewhere had... Oh, there's a whole bunch of text now. It used to be... I had it right on my screen, like, on one of the channels of the what would happen.
Oh.
It's gone again.
Yeah. A lot of scroll there lately.
I screwed up.
Beta, GG's, very well played. Any kind of closing thoughts on this one before we start to wrap things up for today?
I just hope people saw that one random red dragon fight that I had where I crit it for over 90 and then it attacked me and hit me for 44. It was like not a max roll, but really close.
We pointed it out.
No.
It's like, oh, he landed a almost cleared the entire red dragon HP range with that crit, and then got hit for an unlikely total to kill him. So, natch.
Yeah, I'm just really proud of that sequence. And aside from that, GG's to Starman. That was a fairly difficult seed, despite the fact it was kind of jetty. I look forward to the bracket stage. I expect another very difficult matchup. And thank you to all of the volunteers that are doing all the work behind the scenes.
Well, thank you as well for putting on a good race today. Just one real quick note that I remembered I wanted to point out. DL2, 163 hit points. So that first dive was could have been very easily successful without the back attack or without that one really bad heal more or anything else. Not to kind of lump that in there, but just for information's sake. It was definitely feasible when you started your dive, and Starman headed off to go to Charlock at 14 as well, so it was good decision making at the end.
I figured he'd have 160 after I rolled 159.
that was kind of my guess too. So yeah, that always feels like it's the case when that happens.
Yeah, it was definitely very close. And it could have been anything like those last few dives, any fight you had where you had to heal more on the way down. Like basically any of those factors are mitigated. That would have been probably a one dive win, which would have been very good.
Yeah.
But that's math didn't work out.
All right, so we do have one more race on the schedule today. It will close out, or pardon me, that's actually tomorrow. Tomorrow is the last race on the schedule. Naminva versus Apex Corvid. They're both 2-2 as well, so they'll determine the final guaranteed bracket spot as we close out the Swiss phase of the tournament. Look for that one on a Randomania channel tomorrow. That'll be at 2 p.m. Eastern, so make sure you take a look at that. I should bring that up on the screen, actually. I just realized I have the power to do that. Let me click a few things, and you can all listen to me click things for a moment. How does that sound?
Click, click.
Click, 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 click. There it is on screen. Viewable by all.
Ooh. You gave Archie more power. You gave me the power to go into commentary by myself, which is silly. But you gave Archie the power to put things on the screen.
Yeah, I mean, the fact that I'm here at all, that they let me do anything is frankly remarkable. Oh, let's see if I can play stuff on the stream while I look for a raid. Let's see. The Randroid is down. I wonder if there's anybody even in chat. I'm just going to talk it out loud. Is there anybody in chat? Oh, I see Cyberdark. Hey, Cyberdark. Why don't you send us to Ryguy? I think that sounds like a good idea. I believe Ryguy is playing some Dragon Warrior 4 Randomizer right now.
Oh. That's like 4 times the Randomizer.
Dragon Puncher 4. Someone in chat said that was their favorite Dragon Puncher. What's your favorite Dragon Puncher, Seawolf?
I'm actually 4 is good. I'm partial to 3. I enjoyed that a lot when I played it.
I am too. Yeah, 3's pretty good. 3 is good stuff. So we're gonna go see Ryguy. Is managing a Dragon Warrior 4 randomizer seed? Yeah, we'll go with that. I'm Archfield Monk, your restreamer and co-commentator today. The Seawolf one doing all the hard work in the booth, because he has to sit here with me. Angel FM pushing the buttons in the background. Thank you, Angel. Have a good day, everybody.
Bye, everybody.